Welcome, viewer, to our terrifying hotel stories, a trio of nightmares. Introducing the first tale of terror, we explore the enigma of room 237. Within the confines of a dilapidated hotel, cloaked in shadows and whispers of its grim past, a story of chilling proportions waits to unfold. This hotel, standing isolated, holds secrets that are yet to be discovered by an unsuspecting visitor. The setting is a hotel that has seen better days, its walls echoing with stories long forgotten. Its reputation, marred by unexplained disappearances and eerie occurrences, makes it the perfect backdrop for a horror story. The air is thick with the scent of mystery, each corner telling a tale of dread and caution. Our protagonist, oblivious to the hotel's dark history, checks in, seeking a night's shelter. Unaware of the chilling tales associated with their temporary abode, they find themselves drawn into a narrative woven with terror and suspense. Their arrival marks the beginning of a journey into the unknown. As night falls, strange noises pervade the protagonist's room, disturbing the silence with whispers and creaks that seem almost intentional. This unwelcome orchestra plays a symphony of fear, setting the stage for what is to come. It's as if the hotel itself is alive, communicating through these unsettling sounds. Curiosity leads to the discovery of room 237's locked door, an invitation to the unknown that is hard to resist. The door stands as a barrier to the secrets that lie beyond, its silence a challenge. The protagonist is drawn to it, pulled by a desire to uncover what lies hidden behind its closed facade. Upon finding the key, the protagonist's curiosity overcame their caution, leading them to unlock the foreboding door of room 237. Stepping inside, they were greeted not by decay, but by an unsettling chill and the undeniable sensation of unseen eyes piercing through them, watching their every move. The room, though seemingly untouched by time, held an atmosphere thick with dread. As they ventured further, their gaze was drawn to a large, ornate mirror standing against the far wall. To their horror, a shadowy figure began to materialize within its reflective surface, its details murky yet menacing. Panicked, the protagonist turned to flee, only to find the door they had entered through now inexplicably locked. Trapped with the growing presence in the mirror, their breaths came in short, sharp gasps as they frantically searched for another way out, the feeling of being watched intensifying. The figure in the mirror, now fully visible, revealed itself to be a spectral woman, her eyes hollow with sorrow and rage. She began to whisper the tragic tale of her demise, a story intertwined with betrayal and murder, her soul bound to room 237, forever reliving her final gruesome moments. In a desperate bid for freedom, the protagonist managed to break a window, the rush of cold air momentarily clearing the suffocating dread. Climbing through the shattered pane, they escaped room 237, leaving behind the specter and her sorrowful tale. Yet the hotel's dark secret remained, its silence once again descending over the ominous room 237. The protagonist's heart pounded as they darted through the dimly lit corridors of room 237, the haunting presence of the ghostly figure ever looming. In a desperate bid for freedom, they remembered an obscure exit mentioned in hushed tones by the locals. It was a narrow, scarcely used service staircase, hidden behind a faded tapestry. Meanwhile, the mysterious figure in room 237 revealed its harrowing backstory through whispers that echoed off the walls, a tale of betrayal and a cursed existence bound to the room. Its ghostly visage, once human, now twisted by the pain of its endless torment, sought release through the protagonist. Back in the safety of the main hall, the protagonist's breaths came in ragged gasps. They had narrowly escaped, but the encounter left them shaken, the ghost's sorrowful story etched into their memory. The hotel's dark secret, a tale of anguish and entrapment, was now theirs to carry. The transition to the second story introduces a stark contrast from the claustrophobic horror of room 237 to the deceptive allure of a luxurious hotel. This new setting, with its opulent decor and an air of mystery, hid a sinister feature far removed from the visible extravagance. Intrigued by tales of the hotel's storied past, the protagonist's curiosity was piqued by whispers of an ancient elevator, said to be off-limits. Legends spoke of it descending to depths unknown, holding secrets far older than the hotel itself. The decision to explore this forbidden elevator would soon lead them into the heart of darkness. The protagonist, with a mix of excitement and trepidation, approached the ancient elevator. Its ornate gates, untouched by time, whispered secrets of a bygone era. Ignoring the warnings, the protagonist's curiosity turned the key, awakening the elevator from its slumber. The decision to explore the forbidden was irreversible. As the elevator descended, the lights flickered, casting eerie shadows. The numbers on the panel blurred, spinning past the known floors of the hotel. A heavy silence filled the air, broken only by the creaking of the elevator's old mechanisms. The protagonist's heart raced as the descent seemed to delve into the earth itself. The elevator halted with a jarring thud, the doors creaking open to reveal a dimly lit basement level. This place, uncharted on any hotel blueprint, exuded an air of mystery and dread. The protagonist stepped out, the light from the elevator casting long shadows on the walls, hinting at secrets hidden in the darkness. Exploring the basement, the protagonist encountered unsettling paranormal phenomena. Objects moved on their own, whispers echoed through the empty halls, and an inexplicable chill permeated the air. The sense of being watched grew stronger, a menacing presence lurking just out of sight, yet palpably close. The realization hit the protagonist with chilling clarity. They were not alone. Shadows moved independently, and the air grew thick with the presence of the basement's inhabitants. With every step, the line between the living and the dead blurred, leading to a chilling encounter that would mark the protagonist forever. In the depths of the mysterious basement, the protagonist's initial fascination turns to horror as they realize they are not alone. The dimly lit, expansive area, filled with the echoes of their own footsteps, suddenly feels claustrophobic. A creeping sense of dread washes over them as distant, indistinct shadows begin to move. As they venture deeper, the air grows colder, and the atmosphere thickens with an unspoken menace. The protagonist's breaths become shallow, their heart racing with every step. The realization that this place is not just forgotten but actively avoided by the hotel's inhabitants sends a shiver down their spine. The chilling encounter with the basement's inhabitants marks a terrifying revelation. Ghostly figures, barely discernible in the darkness, begin to materialize, their movements erratic and purposeful. The protagonist's initial disbelief gives way to sheer panic as these apparitions seem to recognize and move towards them. In a desperate bid for safety, the protagonist races back to the elevator, the echoes of their pursuers' whispers haunting their every step. The once mundane act of pressing an elevator button becomes a frantic plea for escape. Their heart pounds against their chest, a stark reminder of the narrow line between the known and the unknown. The introduction to the third horror story, the never-ending corridor, shifts the narrative to a newly opened hotel, infamous for its bizarre architectural anomaly. Here, the protagonist, tasked with reviewing the hotel, stumbles upon a corridor that defies logic and reason, stretching far beyond the hotel's physical confines. This discovery sets the stage for a journey into the unknown, where curiosity clashes with the primal fear of what lies beyond the visible world. The newly opened Grandeur Hotel boasted an architectural marvel that guests couldn't stop talking about. However, nestled within its opulent halls lay a peculiar anomaly, a corridor that, to the bewilderment of those who dared to traverse it, stretched impossibly long beyond any logical explanation. Assigned to review this architectural enigma, our protagonist, a seasoned critic of the unusual and the unexplained, couldn't resist the allure of the corridor. With a mix of skepticism and intrigue, They ventured into the seemingly endless passage, unaware of the eerie adventure that awaited them. As they walked, the corridor seemed to unfold endlessly ahead, each step echoing ominously off the walls. The intrigue quickly turned to unease. Doors lined the passage, each promising its own story, yet an inexplicable force urged the protagonist to explore further, to uncover the secrets that lay beyond their wooden facades. Deciding to explore, our protagonist chose a door at random, stepping into a reality that twisted their perception. Each room revealed a different, more disturbing reality than the last. It was as if the corridor was a gateway to alternate dimensions, each with its own twisted version of the hotel. The feeling of being followed soon crept over them, a chilling realization that they were not alone in this endless maze. Shadows moved just at the edge of perception. Whispers filled the air, and the once intriguing corridor now felt like a trap from which there was no escape. As the protagonist ventured deeper into the never-ending corridor, an unsettling sensation crept over them. Despite the apparent solitude, the echoes of their footsteps were accompanied by a chilling whisper of movement just beyond their field of vision. It was an inescapable feeling of being relentlessly pursued by an unseen entity. Doors lining the corridor offered no respite, each opening to a reality more twisted and horrifying than the last. One door revealed a room where gravity held no sway, another a banquet hall hosting a feast of unspeakable horrors. The protagonist realized these were not mere rooms, but traps set by the malevolent force haunting the corridor. In the depths of despair, the protagonist encountered the grotesque guardians of the corridor. These entities, twisted reflections of human fears, moved with a surreal, disjointed grace. Each guardian presented a riddle or challenge, their grotesque features twisting into smirks as they anticipated the protagonist's failure. The realization hit the protagonist like a cold wave. The endless corridor was a cursed loop, designed to trap unwary souls. Piecing together clues from each twisted reality, they understood that the corridor fed on the fear and despair of its victims, ensnaring them in a cycle of terror. Armed with this knowledge, the protagonist devised a plan to break free from the loop. By facing their deepest fears and refusing to succumb to despair, they weakened the corridor's hold. With each step forward, the corridor's oppressive atmosphere lightened, until finally, the protagonist emerged into the daylight, forever changed but free at last. In the gripping finale of the third horror story, the protagonist, armed with knowledge of the corridor's cursed origins, devises a daring plan. Leveraging the twisted realities behind each door, they manipulate the corridor's own rules against it, breaking the endless loop. With a heart-pounding escape, they reveal the corridor's secrets, ensuring no one else falls victim to its endless grasp. The hotel's bizarre anomaly is conquered, but its haunting presence lingers, a reminder of the protagonist's cunning and courage. This brings us to the end of our trilogy for this evening. We hope you have enjoyed our tales. And if you would like to see more of our horror stories, please like and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more terror tales. For now, sleep well, viewer, and we hope to see you next time.